Okay, can you hear me okay, Suzanne?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now here with Suzanne Muldowney, and she has called me because she had something very important she wanted to talk about. So let's hear about it, Suzanne. What's going on?
Um, well, for the first thing, think what today's date is.
Today is the 29th of February,
February
2024.
29th. That date
Uh,
comes along only once every 4 years.
ah, so this is leap year.
Yes, this year is a leap year.
Hmm. All right, very good, very good. So what's the importance of leap year?
Um, well, let's say it's it's provided for us to catch up on partial days that have accumulated. That's why we have them. Um, Okay, I can explain why we have
Do.
them.
You got it.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
We're all taught that it takes 365 days for the Earth to orbit the sun. But actually, it's 365 and a quarter days. If the
That,
listener can write the number 365 and a quarter 4 times on a sheet of paper.
right, that's 365.24. No, 0.25.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. All right, hold it. 364 or 365?
365.25.
Okay. All right. And how does it add up? And what's the math on that?
Um, well, um, since we have 365.25 4 times, the fourth time around, those 0.25s add up to the number one.
Mm-hmm. So that adds a
And
full day.
we we take that one, add it to the 365 days of a normal year, and presto, we have the number of days in a leap year, 366.
Ah,
And
okay. Is there any?
that's also how we get caught up on accumulation of partial days, the way I said before.
Uh-huh. All right. Is there any other significance? Some important going ons on a day like this?
Um, you mean like, are you talking about special events deliberately held on February 29, or how does any particular year become a leap year?
Well, okay. Well, first things I'll say, do you know how leap year originated? Who was the creator of leap year?
No, I never learned that.
Well, I'm going to tell you because I have the information right here. Julius
Yes.
Caesar introduced the first leap year around 46 BC, but the Julian calendar only had one rule. Any year evenly divisible by 4 would be a leap year. That created too many leap years, but the math wasn't tweaked until Pope, Pope Gregory the 13th. He introduced the Gregorian calendar with more than 1,500 years later. So that's a little information for you.
Because I've observed when leap years occur, and that's how I found out that um, any year that qualifies as a leap year
Hmm.
must have its last two digits as a multiple of 4.
Right, right. Okay. And what things go on those days?
Um, well, some organizations um, or or people may deliberately take advantage of February 29th by holding an extra special event on that day. I have three here that I remember. I don't know if you came up with any more.
Oh, okay. Oh, you tell me.
Okay, in 1988, on February 29th, there was a TV program which was an in-depth study of Superman because 1988 was his 50th anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any
In
other good ones?
19, I was just starting to say that.
Okay.
In 1992, an aquarium opened in Camden, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I have some more information for you if you'd like. Um,
Um,
there was
may
there was
I give the last one that I found out?
Go ahead.
Um, on February 29th, 2004, the Oscars were held.
That was a really important episode of the Oscars. That's the one when Return of the King, the third installment of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, won 11 Academy Awards. And it is one of the top wins, tied with Ben-Hur and Titanic for most wins.
Oh, naturally, I knew about Ben-Hur.
Uh-huh. So that was the most that people ever won, was 11 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you go back to 1940, February 29th, Hattie McDaniel, the first African American uh, actress that won Best Supporting for Gone with the Wind.
Wait a minute, 1940.
Yeah,
Who?
Hattie McDaniel won.
Yeah. Yes, I remember her.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she
Uh,
took Best Supporting. Mhm. Okay. Um, what other things would you like? Oh, we could talk about birthdays if you want to.
um, well, right now, just give me more um, events that deliberately took place on February 29th.
No, that's all that I had was just those. Those. If you have any others, throw them in.
Uh, all right, now you said you said you wanted to talk about uh, February 29th birthdays.
Yes. The people that are born on those leap years, they are called leaplings or leapers. And of course, they have to celebrate their birthday on those other years on either February 28th or March 1st. And did you know that there's a group of people that get together that all have that same leap year birthday? And the reason they do that is it's they call it the Honor Society of Leap Year Day Babies. It's a club for people born on February 29th. And there's more than, it says here, um, more than 11,000 people worldwide are members. The goal of the group is to promote leap year awareness and to help the leap year day babies to get in touch with each other. I heard they've had parties and cruises and things like that.
Well, you can imagine, well, just about any group, even a small group, might choose to take advantage of February 29th by having some kind of celebration. It doesn't necessarily have to be a birthday.
Understood. Did you know that they said that while I was doing the research on this, the day that people have birthdays the least is February 3rd. That was the least birthdays. I don't know why.
Um, February 3rd?
February 3rd, the least amount of birthdays.
Um, say that again.
February 3rd has the least amount of birthdays. The least people were born on that day.
How about that?
Mhm.
Because, see, I know February 3rd as the feast day of Saint Blaise. Um, on that day or on the weekend around it, a great many Christians go to their churches to have their throats blessed.
They have their throats blessed.
Blessed,
And
yes.
So this is Saint Blaise.
Blaise.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Okay. All right. So they get their throats blessed. Why their throat?
Um, because the story goes that there was a small boy, a contemporary of Saint Blaise, that had a fishbone stuck in his throat, and it was choking
Mm,
him. Saint Blaise said a prayer or put his hand against the boy's throat or did something, and the fishbone disintegrated.
wow. It's a miracle.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Now, would you like to hear about some people who were born on a leap year?
You mean who were born on February 29th?
Yes, February 29th. Sorry, jumping
Yes.
back to, okay. So famous people born on leap year include a composer, Gioracchio Rossini. I don't know him. Uh, you
A
know him?
barber of Seville.
Oh, okay, very good. Thank you, Suzanne. Um, motivational speaker Tony Robbins and jazz musician Jimmy Dorsey and actors Dennis Farina and Antonio Sabato Jr., as well as the rapper Ja Rule and Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez of Spain. Yeah, I said, oh, here's one. Uh, Dinah Shore. If you know Dinah Shore.
I I I remember that name, but I was just a little girl at the time.
Well, and also, Pope Paul the Third was also born on leap year.
Um, Pope Paul III. It's a shame.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, he wasn't as great an achiever as Pope Paul VI. That's the only um, Pope Paul I remember.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, no problem. So that's all the information I have on that. Is there any other blessings you'd like to bestow on to the people this leap year, or something that you'd like to tell anybody?
Um, well, there's some events every few years, and the specific years in which they're held are always leap years.
Okay, what are those events?
The Summer Olympics.
Ah, the Summer Olympics every 4 years. Why is it every 4 years anyway? Is it to
Yeah,
coincide with
yeah.
leap
When
year?
when the Olympics first started, uh, the system was that they be held every 4 years. Now, I don't know how or why someone made the decision that the years should always be leap years.
Hmm. Maybe it's just a wild coincidence. Okay, and what other events go on?
Well, one that affects this whole country. It doesn't take place on February 9th, but like I said, it does always take place during a leap year. It's our electing the next president.
Ah, okay, very good. So every 4 years. Do you have any favorites or anything like that, or you stay out of politics?
Um, I say politics. Well, I know in,
Sounds smart.
in, in 1960, when it was Kennedy versus Nixon, I hoped Kennedy would win.
Well, I guess he did.
Yes, he did.
What made you like Kennedy?
Um, I think maybe the word got around that he was Roman Catholic.
Ah, all right, that sounds good. So everybody's praying for him. I guess all those prayers worked out well. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Suzanne. So, all right. Anything else that you wanted to add? Any messages to the
Um,
people? Oh, we should talk about your next events. You're going to be doing stuff in March.
um, I would do I would do the next event whether or not it was a leap year because it's held on an annual basis. We're trying to concentrate on events, special occasions, historical events, whatever that happen during leap years, and preferably on February 29th.
Okay, well, there's always room for plugs too. So, let the people know where you're going to be so they can see you.
Um, on Saturday, March 9th, there's
Hmm.
a St. Patrick's Parade in Wilmington, Delaware. It starts at noon.
Okay, so everybody should be there. Cheer you on. Will you be Irish Cinderella?
Yes.
All right, looking forward to that. Any other good ones during March?
Um, no, I don't have any other special performances in March.
All right, you got it, Suzanne. All right, so everybody will be wishing you well, and any other stuff that you want to impart to the people? All right.
No, no, no. I think we've covered enough because we're focusing on leap years and the specific day that a leap year occurs. We wanted to stick to leap year day.
Got it, Suzanne. Okay, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you, and I hope that you're well.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.